Nigeria decides Intersociety seek extension of voting deadline in Anambra State, also in Delta State, in Enugu, and others over late arrival of election materials. Intersociety said despite promises that the election will commence by 8:30 a.m. across the country in the southeast Nigeria and Igbo communities in Delta State. Election materials arrived at some polling units at 2 p.m., about 6 hours late. Okay, I just pray that INEC should do something concerning this because it is pain for body. All the happiness when you get, say you go vote for, vote your conscience, and at the end of the day, they say you no fit vote one thing, and all that. You feel happy when you cast your vote. It's really enjoyable. Honestly, you feel fulfilled when you do this. So I just pray that INEC will listen to them and they do something about it. Let those people who could not vote because of late arrival of materials at the polling unit should be able to cast their votes. The International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Intersociety, has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, to extend the time of voting in Anambra, Delta, Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu, and Abia states. Intersociety said despite promises that the election will commence by 8:30 a.m. across the country in southeast Nigeria and Igbo communities in Delta, election materials arrived at some polling units at 2 p.m., about 6 hours late. In an open letter to the INEC signed by its principal officers, Emeka, Uche, Umuche, Obinajo, Joy, and Chidima, in the Intersociety alleged that voting materials was deliberately delayed in most parts of Anambra State and South State generally for hours. As if that was not enough, as at 12:30 p.m., electoral officers and polling officials are yet to arrive in various polling units across the state, especially in the state's riverine local government of Ogbaru, Anambra West, Anambra East, Uyi, Awka South, Awka North, and others, including Ihiala, Nnewi South, Orumba North, Orumba South, and Idemili North and Idemili South. The Ukwagbu and St. Vincent opposite Anambra Broadcasting Service areas of Awada in Idemili North were yet to receive voting materials. And INEC officials, as at 1 p.m., there are also several complaints of INEC officials arriving late without a result sheet, with Otomoyi electoral area of Ogbaru as a clear case in point. Also, in Enugu State, election materials arrived Emine Unification Hospital polling unit by 2:02 p.m. At Omode Ward in Kano East local government area of Enugu State, the ward of Professor Nnaji. Election was not going on because Beavers machines are not working. Also in Akpogo Ward, Beavers machines are not working despite INEC officials arriving at polling units at about 12:30 p.m. In further stated, our finding further indicates that similar situations have been the case in several parts of Delta states, in Imo State, Enugu, Ebonyi State, and Abia, whereas in states like Kano, Adamawa, and so on, accreditation voting started as early as 8:30 a.m. with Alhaji Atiku Abubakar as one of the earliest voters in many parts of Idota North and Idota South, Okigwe, and several, if not most parts of Imo State. INEC officials were nowhere to be found. They were nowhere to be seen with voting materials. Likewise, different parts of Uguta, including Uga, etc. All these are happening with less than 1.5 to the end of the voting or before 2:30 p.m. For purpose of equity and just and disabusing the minds of tens of millions of Nigerians who already held that the delays were deliberately, you know, a means to shut out millions of voters from freely voting candidates of their choice, especially in the Southeast and South-South. Intersociety strongly demands for 4 hours extension of the voting deadline in their affected states, or from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Okay? Uh, I support the motion. Yes, in my own polling unit at Ogbaru, the INEC officials arrived late by 1:38 p.m. We nearly sleep over there. Better, because what these INEC people are doing, I guess, is a game planned. I support the extension. This state is a plus for Labour Party. Obi is a go. Yes, so. And Imo State, my community, Oja, in Imo State of Nigeria, and many communities did not vote because of the late non-arrival of voting materials. Okay, Nigerians are really complaining about these non-voting materials. I don't understand that. INEC spent a lot of money for this. Why are they not coming with the INEC officials? Why are they arriving at their polling units even when they arrive late, and they arrive without the voting materials? And all these things is giving Nigerians, you know, um, reasons to ask so many questions. Are these deliberately, is it a deliberate act or what? And all that. So guys, I'm dropping it here. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.